Anyong mga katongs, good morning, anyong. So welcome again to my channel, Tong TV. And before anything else, I would like to thank everyone, especially my 500 subscribers out there. Thank you so much. No, it's 522 to be exact. So thank you so much. Thank you. And for today's vlog, I'm going to start a new series. So I would like to call it Tong TV's Thesis Tutorial. So it was been requested by so many, especially my students from the Philippines. So thank you so much for giving me this kind of idea. Okay, so I hope the students, professors, and even researchers out there are going to support my series. Okay, thank you so much. So let's start. Okay, so first, I would like to introduce myself so that I can gain your trust, okay, listening or watching these vlogs, because I believe through the years I equip myself regarding the research field. I don't know everything, but I would like to share my knowledge. So I would like to start this series with introduction. So first, I am Nimrod Mendoza Carpios. I'm from Philippines. I'm a Filipino. So regarding my teaching experience, I've been connected to different universities in the Philippines. So I started at Olivares College Tagaytay since 2007, and then De La Salle University Dasmariñas, which is my alma mater, Philippine Women's University, which is also my alma mater with my graduate schools. I also joined Far Eastern University, the main campus, which is in Manila, in the Philippines, and of course Arellano University. So all of those schools, I handled thesis or research subjects or courses. And with regards to graduate schools, I also handled advising with graduate school students, master thesis and their dissertations. So I helped them during their paper writing. Everything that I gathered throughout the year since 2007, I would like to share it with you, especially for the students who I believe is struggling regarding this subject matter. Okay, so let's go straight with the series, or especially for this introduction vlog. So for this vlog, we have different objectives. Number one, I would like to share with you the definitions and differences between research and thesis. Sometimes we are quite confused with those two words. Number two, what are the different types of research and thesis? And lastly, I would like to present to you the most common major parts of a thesis. Through this vlog, I would like to break the connotations of the students with regards to thesis writing or research writing. Most of us, even me when I was a student, when I hear thesis, boring, very difficult, challenging. Of course, it's challenging, yeah. But most of the time, students doing only or performing only thesis writing because they just like to pass the subject. Of course, this is the main objective of each student. But on these vlogs and on this series, I would like to share what are the techniques, and I would like to give you some tips for you to have an easier life while doing a thesis writing. Okay, let's start with objective number one, the definitions and the differences between research and thesis. Okay, general knowledge, when we say research or let's say thesis, it is actually a systematic investigations with a certain topic. So it's a science. So I would like to present to you 6 differences of research and thesis. So first, number one, the difference between research and thesis in terms of purpose of writing. For research, okay, most of the time the authors of research are the one who are established in their thesis writing. Okay, they have already the foundation, they have the experience. So most of the time they are writing, their purpose is to give additional information or to contribute in a certain field of area. For example, me, I'm a researcher back in the Philippines. So I do research because I would like to contribute in my field, which is the hospitality and tourism industry. Okay, while the purpose of thesis is for academic purposes. Okay, so undergraduate students do thesis or write thesis because they want to have their degree. So if undergraduate student wrote and passed a thesis course, he will gain a degree, because most of the time academic institutions require their seniors to have an output, which is thesis. So if you finish with that, you're good to go. Number 2, focus. The focus of research is, I can say, narrow or more specific compared to thesis, of course, because on research you would like to answer a certain topic which is very specific, while thesis is being done by students, especially if they are first-timers. So the focus of thesis is broader compared to research. Okay, number 3, it's about guidance. So if you are writing a research, I believe you don't have any supervisor or advisor. It's all about you. Okay, so you are writing, focusing on yourself, your ideas, and your capabilities. While in thesis, because you are a newbie, okay, or new in writing this kind of paper, most of the time you have advisor. Number 4, content and construction. For research, do you believe that you can have an output containing or composing of 5 to 8 pages only? It composed of 3,000 to 5,000 words. You don't need to define everything. Unlike in thesis, you have a definition of terms, etc., etc. But in research, because your readers are well equipped, so not everything is in detail. So you can do a research for 5 to 8 pages only. While in thesis, you need to have a minimum of 12,000 words. So I believe the university has their own policies and regulations regarding thesis writing. So it differs. Number 5, who are the readers of research and thesis? The readers of research are your fellow researchers. Either they came from your own industry or field or from outside, because nowadays interdiscipline research is a trend. So for example, I'm from hospitality and tourism industry. I can read research from the psychology field, okay, or a business field. So the firms also can be reader of your research, different organizations and institutes, and even the authors of different theses. While in thesis, because it is a university or a collegiate or academic requirement, the readers are possibly the panelists, your fellow students, and of course your readers are your advisors, okay, because before you go to your presentation, they're going to read it first. So in short, the readers of thesis are within the academic field. Lastly, output. If you are done with research, the output or the answers that you gathered for your specific problems are also specific. It means that you only focus on the topics that you presented on your background or introduction. While on thesis, most of the time, it recommends further study, because the problems that are in the thesis are broad. So most of the times, the authors of thesis suggest further studies on that. That's it. So those are the different definitions and difference of thesis to research, or research to thesis. So those are my ideas only. So I believe there are still some and so many differences of research and thesis. But on this vlog, on this series, possible there are some times that I'm going to use both of them or one of them, etc., etc. Okay, so now we're going to go straight with the different types or approach in thesis writing. Number 1, qualitative research. For qualitative research, it is primarily exploratory research. So later I'm going to explain to you what do you mean by exploratory. So on these kinds of research, you are dealing with words or texts. You are dealing with attitudes, behaviors, opinions, motivations, and other kinds of qualitative data. With regards to collection methods, it's either structured or unstructured or semi-structured techniques. So you may use focus group or group discussions, individual interviews. You may also use participation or observation. With regards to the sample size, so when you say sample size, it is the number of participants that you're going to use on your research or thesis. The participants are quite smaller compared to the other kinds of approach. But the selection process of who will be your participants is quite stricter. So those are the basic definition of qualitative research. Next one, it's all about quantitative research. If qualitative research is dealing with words or text, okay, in quantitative research, you're dealing with numbers or statistics. In quantitative research, if you want to deal with motivations, behaviors, the perspectives that been used or that can be used in qualitative research, you can use also that in quantitative, but you're going to have a different approach. Why? Because it needs to be measurable. So when you say measurables, you're dealing with numbers. For example, in qualitative, you want to know my opinion regarding a certain fast food, if it is delicious or not. So in qualitative, I can say, yes, it is delicious. But in quantitative, if you want to ask me if I enjoy a certain fast food, okay, my experience in fast food restaurant, you can ask me using numbers. So you can ask me from 1 to 5, how do you enjoy your meal in a specific fast food? So I can answer 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So it's a number. So qualitative and quantitative. So for the collection of quantitative data, the tool or materials that being used in this approach is more structured compared to qualitative. So you are going to use surveys or questionnaires with quantitative questions, etc., etc. But there's a third approach in research or thesis. That is what we call mixed method. From the word itself, it is an approach of research wherein you are going to use both quantitative and qualitative approach. It's quite challenging, okay? Most of the time, it's not advised for thesis writing, especially if you are new in writing a research or writing a thesis. And each approach has its own definitions and its own techniques, so it's quite challenging. And lastly, the last objective of this vlog is to give you ideas of what are the different major parts of a thesis. Some of the university call them chapters, some are part, and it differ on the numbers of chapters. It depends on the research policies and regulations of a specific university. So I will present to you the most common. Chapter 1, the problem and its background. Chapter 2, review of related literatures and study. Chapter 3, which is my favorite, research methodology. Chapter 4, which is not my favorite, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of data. And lastly, Chapter 5, summary, conclusions, and recommendations. And that's it. Those chapters are the most common titles in most of the universities, but still there are some universities that use a different one. But nowadays, there are some universities that use IMRAD. So when you say IMRAD, that is the shorter version of a full-blown research or thesis. It is known as IMRAD because it's the introduction, methods, results, and discussion. That's why it's called IMRAN. But the definitions and contents of each chapters will be discussed on my next vlogs. So, mga katongs, if you have some questions, clarifications, inquiries regarding what I've discussed, you may please comment below. And for other researchers or teachers who are handling thesis or research, please help me to give more informations by commenting or writing your ideas. And please, for those people who are watching this vlog, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit that button, the bell button, so that you will be notified when I upload the next vlog. And please don't forget to share. Thank you so much again. Annyeong haseyo. Annyeong.